Welcome to Your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 643. If you're writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing your book, but you need some help getting it done, or perhaps you're at the stage where you need help reaching more readers to let them know about your book, you are in the right place. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh, also known as Christine Inc., especially if you're looking for me on social media. Inc., like the stuff we write with. Each day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 19 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they have the ability to turn someone who barely sees themselves as a writer into a published book author. Those three things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. Be the designer of your world and not merely the consumer of it. James Clear, author of my favorite book of 2020, Atomic Habits. And once again, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday, and welcome once again to our new Friday format for 2021. Those of you, my previous listeners, my loyal listeners all this time, you remember we used to do FAQs Friday, but this year switching it up, and now we're doing Friday Fun Facts. And that's right, FACTS, not like a fax machine, where each Friday I offer up a fact about something relevant to authors in some way, and then discuss how it can be applied to your writing. Here's today's Friday fun fact. When Victor Hugo was running behind on his deadline for The Hunchback of Notre Dame, he locked himself in his room with nothing but a shawl, paper, and a pen. He did this so he wouldn't get distracted from finishing his work, despite the fact that it was freezing outside his home. And well, that's obviously a pretty dramatic way of being indistractable. I'm going to use the word indistractable, another favorite book of mine, not of mine, a favorite book that I've read from a former guest on this show, Nir Eyal, and he is awesome. It was a great conversation. And before I forget, I'm going to make sure I drop a link in the show notes to my interview with Nir, his book, Indistractable, another must read for authors. So you can hear our fantastic conversation about how to be indistractable. So yes, Victor Hugo obviously took the idea of being indistractable to very dramatic lengths. And let's use this, instead of trying to tell you to do that, let's use this as an opportunity to audit your writing space. When you are actively writing, what is around you? What is in your space? Maybe next time you're in your writing cave, make a list of everything in your sightline, everything that you see while you're writing. And now make a note of the emotional impact of those things. Are any of the things in your space actively distracting you? I mean, the idea is to have the things in your space inspire you and help keep you focused and keep you creative. But are any of the things in your space, whether you realized it or not before, actively distracting you? Obviously, things like open browser windows and beeping and buzzing devices, those are definitely distracting. But think about anything else in your space too. Again, whatever you might not have thought about this before. What's inspiring you? What's helping you focus? But what's taking your attention away? Hopefully, this little exercise doesn't lead to locking yourself in solitary confinement with a shawl and a paper and a pen. That would certainly take the fun out of the writing experience, which is the exact opposite of what we're trying to do. Consider this more of a general awareness exercise to perhaps notice something in your space that maybe is pulling your attention away, something that you maybe never thought about before. It's all part of the continuing task of turning ourselves into author observers of our own processes. Hope that helps. Hope you enjoyed today's fun fact, even if you're just picturing Victor Hugo by himself in the freezing cold room with his shawl and his paper and his pen writing The Hunchback of Notre Dame. But hopefully it helps you, again, become an author observer of your process and, see what's in your space that maybe you never thought about that might be pulling your attention away from your writing process. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And be sure and drop by my Inc. Authors group on Facebook for motivation, accountability, book writing, publishing resources, and more. Until tomorrow, happy writing.